Hey there, Chuck here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my installation video of the Universal Brush Guards by Trackside onto my 2012 KLR 650. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also press the bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, now, what you get with the Handguard kit itself. It comes in this handy-dandy package. I've already opened this up. Obviously, it did not come like this. It did not come partially assembled. And I've already put together one of the guards. You get two brush guards, vented. If you can see, there's the holes in them. You get two of those together. You get two of the mounting bars that are curved to fit, around your levers or whatever, with the mounting clamps on the ends to go around your bar. Two of those. You also get a bar end, an expansion insert, I guess is what it's called. You get two of these, obviously. They will not be used on the KLR, so you can end up just taking them off. And then along with that, you get a bag of hardware. You get a total of 6 Allen head screws, Allen head bolts. You get a total of 6 washers, and you get these two little nylon doohickeys that I have really no clue what they are. You do not get instructions. You only get the hardware and everything like that. Like I said, I've put the one together just to make sure everything fits. So there is the screws for everything. Everything goes together pretty well, actually. I like the fact that it's got this, it pivots. Let's see. There's a pivoting, it's tight. There you go. It's got a pivoting end there, so you can kind of get it around your cables. Also, that rotates and slides back and forth. So you got a pretty good range of adjustments there for it. So, with everything, let's get back over to the bike and we'll start getting this other one set up, and I'll show you exactly what needs to be done to mount these up. Alright, like I mentioned, I did do the brake side already over here, and there are a couple things that you need to take note of when you get started. There's a few things that I'll be doing. The first thing, well, for the brake side and the clutch side, is this little hole. This is your cable keeper thingy that holds your cables in place. That'll just have to be pulled out. A pair of pliers will do it, and it literally just pulls straight out. You'll also have to obviously remove the stock handguards, an 8mm bolt there, and there's a screw on the bottom, a nut on the bottom that's also 8mm. You'll have to do that for both sides. On the clutch side, there is this metal cable keeper that'll have to be ground down flat, and then protected. I've got some Rust-Oleum I'll probably throw over it. For these holes, I don't have any with me, but I'm going to pick up, and I've used it before, there's a gutter sealant that's like a very thick, sticky silicone, and it's at the big orange box store, and you can find it in the gutter section. I actually made a mistake. The bolts for the handguards are 10s. It's a 10mm bolt, not this one here. This is a 10, not an 8. That goes for both sides. So don't go grabbing your 8. And there's the... There we go. You are able to get it off. It's just very sticky. And there you go. You can see here, there's just a little, it sticks out there, it sticks out here. I'm going to go grab a grinder, and I'm just going to grind these down flush, and then I'm going to hit them with a little bit of Rust-Oleum. So I just have to put a notch in it that's as wide as this. Okay, now as you can see, the bar end weight It's got the notch in it there, and the bar here. The hole is large enough for the factory screw to fit through. So you take the bar end weight, stick it on top, and it needs some more trimming. Installation is pretty simple. It's just a matter of leaving everything loose, all the pivots, all the the clamps and everything, until you get it where you want. The one thing I did do for the other side, for the brake side, is I installed the brush guard itself first, blue Loctite on the included screws, and it's pretty simple. You just line it up with the holes, line the holes up, they're there, drop the screws in. Everybody knows how to screw. There's washers included. I put mine on first just because when I've got the whole guard on the bike and I'm moving the clamps around and I'm twisting the handlebars back and forth to see if anything's hitting, I wanted as much as I wanted to see what it was going to look like as much as possible. You can adjust them so that they don't hit the fairing or hit the screw. But what I ended up having to do on the brake side, and I did it on the clutch side also, is I ground off the corner or the edge around here on the clamp side that goes toward the inside, which would be right above that screw. I rounded it off, hit it with some Rust-Oleum, because on the brake side, when I first put it on, it's got a sharp, the edges are kind of squared off, and they they scrape the top of the screw. While you've got your grinder out and you're doing the bar end weights, just grind off on the opposite end the edges here, round that off, and then actually on the bar end side also I ended up rounding those off too, just because the inside of the bar weight is rounded. I wanted a better fit. These are 5s, metric 5s, millimeters I guess, 5mm Allen heads. The clamp has got 5mm Allen heads. It pivots back and forth. It will rotate, and it's also got this articulating joint here, and it slides. So you've got a lot of options of where to put, of how to get it onto your bar and everything like that, which is the blog post that I saw about these handguards recommended when you mount you see how the clamp is here on this side. The clamp comes down and it goes underneath your brake hose and it clamps around your handlebar. On the clutch side, they recommended having your clutch cable itself above the clamp, and then having all your other wires here below the clamp, and then the clamp slides in there like that. So again, to put them on, you notched out this bar end weight also, so it just sits on top of the bar a little bit cleaner. The clamp for the handlebar side, it's got a larger hole and a smaller hole. The smaller hole's got the threads. I snugged them up a little bit, but everything's still kind of floppy on here, even though it doesn't look like it. And then basically what you do, just turn your handlebars, and you can see what I mean by that screw right there. It's contacting it, it's pushing it down, so basically just yank up on it a little bit, and now it's clearing it. There's clearance. And then when you pull it for the handlebars to the front, you can see what I mean by they're going to hit up against that bolt is hitting right on the edge of the fairing right here, and that's kind of where it's stopping it. Nothing major. It would go another couple millimeters, but just so you're aware of it. My suggestion on tightening them up from learning from the brake side is put them in this down position, put them right above where they would hit, and then tighten everything up there. And then you can see if it's because, for whatever reason, tightening this one, I'm sure it's physics, again, didn't pay attention in school, but tightening this bolt here will cause the whole thing to kind of rise up a little bit. So as you're tightening it up, and then plus the clamps are loose still, so I'm sure tightening those up will do something. But just leave it in this down position as much as you can. tighten up the clamps first, obviously, because you can't get to them back here. Tighten up the clamps, put it back in the down position, and then check your clearance. If you got to loosen the clamps, and then hold them in place to make sure they stay exactly where you want them, and then go through and tighten up everything and get it all buttoned up. I forgot to show also, you can see here on the clamp end how the clutch cable goes above the clamp bar, and then the other cables are below it. Just kind of splits them. It just kind of makes it convenient. Moves or anything. So there's the handguard installed. There's the driver's view. And you can see that there is enough room back here. I can get my finger behind the ball so it's not resting against the handguard. The handguard, I have stubby fingers. It's got enough for the clutch. The same thing on this side. My brake cable is actually angled downward for whatever reason. It's how the bike came. I haven't moved it. But again, there's enough room underneath here where I can get my hand in and still apply the brake, and nothing is hitting or rubbing or anything like that. Yeah, so there you go. The Trackside handguard slash brush guard or whatever install on a Gen 2 KLR 650 adventure. No. It's pretty simple. It's straightforward. There are a couple things you need to tweak because the Trackside part is a universal part. So like any universal part, things are gonna kind of like knot, and you gotta like do and stuff like that. But it's as simple as like just getting a grinder out and kind of grinding off some edges. If you choose to leave the bar end weights on there, grinding a notch in those just for a cleaner appearance. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple thing for 50 bucks. There's no options aside from color. I just went with black because the blue, for whatever reason anybody makes, never matches up with the Kawasaki blue, and the white is kind of, I didn't want white. So yeah, so tune in next time. I don't know what I'll be doing. Something, probably. If you're tuning in, I'm sure I'll think of something to do. So yeah, if you like this video, comment below, let me know, good, bad, ambivalent, I don't care. Leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down, whatever, it helps me get better. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching. See ya.